Hello, can you hear me? How about now? Can I be heard? Now? Can I be heard? Can I be heard now? Can I be heard now? Can I be heard now? Can I be heard? Can I be heard? Can anyone hear me in those social media streets? Can I be heard now? Is there sound? Let's get started. All right, so I can hear myself. And Sherry Ann, can you hear me? Okay. Now, good. Thank you for that response of being able to hear me. Now, here's what we're going to do. I am Leonard the Watchman McKenzie. We got a 10-minute late start, but that's okay because we are here and we are going to get this thing crack-a-lacking. I'm not going to hold no more time back because there's a lot to cover. We are going to talk about the Project 2025 to see what that's all about. Now, when I start this, I don't want anyone to be afraid. I really don't. This is not to be a scare tactic. This is not to be afraid. This is just to make you aware. You are not to be afraid. Don't be scared about what's going on. It has to happen. Now, I'm going to talk biblically, governmentally, economically, financially, and strategically. All these factors come to play when we're talking about what's going on in the world today. Now, some of you out there may not believe in the Bible. That's okay, because the Bible believes in you. Because you don't believe in the Bible, it doesn't stop what's happening to happen. I want to encourage you, those of you who don't believe in the Bible, to start considering what the Bible might be saying. Amen. So now I want you to call your friends, call Lottie, call Dottie, call every doggone body, because the Watchman is live right now. Let them know that it is very important that they log in right now. It's very important that they log in right now. If they don't have Facebook, tell them to go ahead over to YouTube. YouTube is either the Disciples of Christ Ministries on YouTube or the Ezekiel Watchman on YouTube. On Facebook, those of you on Facebook, you know that you're on my Facebook page. But if you're on YouTube or you know of someone that don't have YouTube, direct them over to the YouTube channels so they can get this information. I am here. I forgot to do something here. I want to put this in perspective. Check this out. That, my friends, was the shofar. That's the sound of the shofar. We have, as watchmen, we have to blow the shofar to let people know, to warn them of incoming danger or incoming calamities or incoming happiness, whichever one you want to call it. We have to blow the shofar for that reason. Tonight, I'm going to blow the shofar. Not only am I blowing the shofar to give warning as a watchman, we always have to have our sword to be prepared. We always have to have our sword to be prepared. Now, this is my sword that we go to work with. As disciples of Christ and as watchmen, we have to be prepared. So now let's get started with what's going on. Let's get started with what's going on. I normally would pray, but I want to be on the side of neutral tonight. If those of you who know and understand the word of prayer, go ahead and lift up a short prayer for the watchman. For the watchman. Because I know that what I'm saying, what I might say, could be hazardous to my health. I do this for the mere fact is that the more we talk about it, the more we talk about things, the less we will get. They will come after us. They won't stop, but at least there's documentation to know or to show that we were doing something, and all of a sudden we just poof disappear, and that'll put them on radar, knowing that something has happened. Like I said, I know that what I'm saying is going to be. I know what I'm saying is going to be controversial. Some people may not like what I say. Some people may not understand. But if you don't understand, write down what you don't understand, and I will try to help you as much as I can to get you to understanding. I know a lot of this is gonna go over your head, so please, it may go over your head, so please don't take this and shortchange. Just hold on to this. Just wait. Just listen, because it's needed. Now, what I want to do is start with a video to describe what Project 2025 is, because I thought that I started my research last Saturday, not yesterday, a week ago Saturday. I thought I did, but through further examination and studies, found out that I had started my studies a week ago today. So I am vast in what's going on, but to articulate it in the manner that I have these individuals that the videos can articulate it, because they have taken their time and locked into one topic and one subject, or they locked in to want to just bring out the elements. We're going to try to dissect a lot of this tonight. So I have a lot to cover. So therefore, I'm going to let those articulate who can articulate. And if anybody want to come on live with me, just let me know. I'll shoot you the link, and you could come on live and give your point of view. Once again, if anybody wants to come on live and voice your opinion about what's going on, feel free to come on. But before we get started, uh, before I play this video, yesterday, um, Donald Trump got shot at. Now, me being the investigator, the detective that I am, when I first saw it, I saw a video. I looked at, I saw about it about 15 minutes after it happened. So I immediately went to go find out what had happened because I was in the middle of studying this too. So as I saw it, I looked at it like, wait a minute. If that if that shooter was good enough to hit Donald Trump's ear, well, he was good enough to put a bullet where it counted, which is telling me that it was staged. Because there's no way a man can shoot or a woman can shoot that accurate to hit his ear, but not his face or his chest. I can't believe that. And then he ducked down. When he ducked down, he stayed down for a while. It took Secret Service a few seconds to get there to him. They should have been on that man like real quick. They should have been on him. So when he tackled him, he came up with blood on his ear. You know, some of you who may know about wrestling know that when a wrestler, when they used to bleed, they cut themselves. So what they would do, they would go lay down somewhere or hide their face and put a little cut in the crease of their forehead so it'll bleed. So I want to believe that while the Secret Service had Donald Trump on the ground, they put some fake blood on his ear to make it look like he was bleeding. But if you listen real closely, he said, "Let me get my shoe." If you're shot, you will not care about your shoe. Okay. So then he gets up and he do these fist pumps like he's invincible. Well, I don't care how a person is. If they're getting shot at, they're not gonna have time to stand there and fist pump and show people that they're okay with the blood right now. The Secret Service gonna shoot them jokers out of there real quick. That's just my take on the fake shooting of Donald Trump. I believe it was staged. You don't have to believe it, but I believe it was staged. Why? To further the agenda. Now, that agenda, what happened yesterday, goes right along with what's going on today. Let's look at this video. This law student, you're going to give us a breakdown. Now, when I looked at all the videos that I researched, this young lady gave the most descriptive, the most articulated way to present this, and it's easy to understand. So when I heard this, I was like, "You are the one that I want to use." So let's go ahead and dive into this and let you guys see and hear what's going on. All right.
We need to talk about it. Project 2025. What is it? Who wrote it? Where did it come from? The entire far-right blueprint is 920 pages and 30 chapters. You're not going to read all that. I don't expect you to. And if you haven't even heard of Project 2025, that's okay too. But you do need to know what's in it because it's pretty terrifying. Think a playbook for Handmaid's Tale, essentially turning the US into Gilead. I've looked for some good, easy explanations of Project 2025, and there really aren't that many. This is going to be the most comprehensive and simple explanation of 2025 that you're going to get. So background, Project 2025 dates back to 1973. That's when the Heritage Foundation, a very powerful conservative think tank based in Washington, D.C., was founded. They are the writers and the architects of Project 2025. And their main mission and goal is to move America to a more far-right Christian nationalist state. It originally came to prominence when they wrote their first manifesto in 1981 titled A Mandate for Leadership. And get this, those very same policies were the ones that were used and implemented in the Reagan administration. Seriously, around 60% of the 2,000 proposals written in the manifesto were implemented by Reagan. So now they're back again with a new edition, and this new edition is known as Project 2025. And it's supposed to provide guidance for the Don or whoever becomes the next Republican president. And these 900 pages and 30 chapters are written by professors, doctors, scientists, lawyers.
Now, you heard what she said. Keep this in mind, because as time go on, they're going to push this as a Donald Trump thing. She just said that it is for whoever becomes president. It could be a Republican or a Democrat. Let's move on.
Scholars on each subject. And they've divided Project 2025 into 4 main pillars. The first is policy, which is this big book. The second is personnel. They're creating this huge conservative database, think LinkedIn, but for DJT loyalists. The third pillar is training. They set up this online educational system called the Presidential Administration Academy, where they teach their views and ideology in a course. And the fourth is called Playbook, which is an action game designed for how they're going to get everything done. Now let's get into some of the very concerning things on their wish list for DJT's second term. Starting off strong on pages 450 to 503.
I just had a question. And if I don't get all this done tonight, I will come back again and pick back up again. But the question was asked, why does she make it seem like us becoming Christian based is a negative thing? Well, they are going to use Christianity to push an agenda that we're going to cover henceforth coming of the persecution of Christians. It's only a negative because the people that are pushing it is going to turn it to a negative. Let's go on.
They're calling for a complete ban on abortions. Not very shocking. Page 319, they're saying the Department of Education should be eliminated. And in addition to calling for its elimination, they state that any school that requires a vaccine or mask mandate will not receive federal funding. Page 482, eliminate the Head Start program. Page 675, calling for the elimination of NOAA and the National Weather Service. Because these organizations, and I quote, have become one of the main drivers of climate change alarm industry, and as such is harmful to the future U.S. prosperity. Page 133, they call for the complete dismantling of the Department of Homeland Security. In addition, they argue for the elimination of the FBI along with the Department of Justice. Page 5, they call for a complete ban on corn, writing that corn should be outlawed. The people who produce and distribute it should be imprisoned.
Now, I'm going to stop periodically on things that she say that can hit real close to home real quick. Now, she mentioned corn. See, corn can be used to make fuel. Corn can be used to make a lot of things. So they're trying to destroy the country by taking away the very elements that we use to help us get better. Now, my car takes E85. It could take gas or E85, which is flex fuel. That is made with corn. So if they stop producing corn, well, then that stops the production of flex fuel. That's just one of many things that can be used for corn. See, people think that something like this about corn is not a bad thing. They overlook it because they say it's corn. But my dears, my beloveds, it's more deeper than that. Let's go on.
Anyone else who participates or facilitates it should be registered. Page 104, reverse policies that allow transgender individuals to serve in the military. Gender dysmorphia is incompatible with the demands of the military service, and the use of public monies for transgender surgeries or to facilitate abortion for service members should be ended. And there's so much more, including the possibility of ending birthright citizenship, banning African American and gender studies in all levels of education, calling for an ending of any DEI programs, getting rid of gay marriage, ending the Affordable Care Act. And it also calls for the mass deportation of immigrants and proposes a plan to round up illegal migrants and lock them up and put them in camps. But perhaps one of the most troubling and well thought out plan is the move to reclassify federal workers under what is known as Schedule F. Now, I'm going to get a little HR heavy, but please stick with me because it's so important. Now, there are two types of federal employees. The first group are merit-based workers. These are career positions. These people have earned them through going to school, getting work experience. They're either considered experts or they could be a part of the support staff. These people are hired because they know their stuff. Think an engineer at NASA or a scientist at the FDA. And their federal jobs have protections. Now, the other class are at-will or appointed workers. These employees tend to serve at the pleasure of the president or the administration, which basically means they can be fired or replaced at any time. To put it all in context, there are about 2 million of the first class of merit-based employees and only about 4,000 political appointed ones. Under this new plan of Schedule F, they'd reclassify a bunch of the regular civil servants into political appointees. That way the Don can replace them with loyalists. Now, how does replacing all these people help him carry out his plan? Let's do an example. Under Schedule F, DJT could take a scientist at the FDA, fire him, and then replace him with, let's say, a scientist who wouldn't give clearance to birth control or the abortion pill, therefore making it illegal and inaccessible without having to go through the courts, without having to go through Congress. By the way, they specifically lay this out in the plan in the 900 pages. Now, remember what I said about the whole conservative LinkedIn? That's the database they're going to use to fill these positions. A bunch of unqualified loyalists. And in October of 2020, actually, DJT tried to do this. He tried to implement Schedule F. He signed it into order, but then he lost in November. And the whole thing was pretty much a secret, but Biden then immediately repealed it. But if he wins this time, they say it'll be one of the first acts of his presidency. Now, the Don has come out and said he doesn't know anything about this Project 2025 and has been trying to distance himself from it. But at least 26 authors and people who are associated with Project 2025 served in his very own administration, including Russ Voigt, John McKenty, Stephen Miller, and many others. Also, his own platform, Agenda 47, just sounds like a SparkNotes version of Project 2025. The president of the Heritage Foundation is calling Project 2025 the new American Revolution. The second DJT term could lead the way.
All right. That was the first video, and she has broke it down in a way that we can understand it. Now, she mentioned about the Schedule F, the workers. You can have, let's say you have somebody that went to college for 8 years to be a scientist. And then you have somebody that be a nuclear physicist. 10 years to be a nuclear physicist. Those are that for the large numbers she used. Then you have those that went to community college for to make those volcano eruptions. They're wanting to get rid of those people that went to school to 8 to 10 years to be a nuclear physicist. They want to fire them and hire that joker that went to community college to learn how to make volcano water. Only because that joker believes in the president. He is the president's flunky, if you understand what I'm saying. So they're going to take away people out of the smart people and put in not so smart people. Now, as we know that that we're in this thing in Project 2025, well, it can't be stopped. It can't be changed. Because like she said, they've been working on this since 1973. When Ronald Reagan was in office, they started it with him. Now they vamped it, increased whatever they put in it. Now it's called Project 2025. And like she said, there are 4 pillars There's a now I do have the the memorandum, all 920 pages of it. I haven't read all those pages, but I do have the memorandum. Okay, now let me pull this up so you can just see what it looks like. Um, because I don't want that. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. I want a slide. No, I don't know them slides either. This is why I needed some help down here. Okay. This is the presidential database, is where they're going to use this here. This is what they're going to do to use to find the people, that 4,000 people, to find the people that doesn't have the skills to take on those jobs that they fired the people because they wouldn't adhere to what they adhere to their program. As you see, there's the application button. Now, the application consists of the part of the application saying, if you don't agree with the president, you don't get the job. If you agree with the president and everything, excuse me, when I say everything he says, well, then you just may get the job. Then there's the policy agenda. Now, this is where all the work is. This is where all the work is. Let me pull that back up again. This is where all the writing is. This is where most of the pages are in this thing. Now, I'm not going to pull up, since it's being hard to pull these stuff up so quickly. I'm not going to pull the other two up. I'm just going to tell you that that is the Presidential Administration Academy, where they're going to teach these people how to be presidential puppets. Then the fourth one is the playbook, the 180-day playbook. Whereas what they're going to implement, they're going to start it day one, January 1st. For the first 180 days, they're going to push their agenda forward. Now, she mentioned Project F. Now, if anybody want to ask a question, I will ask. I will do the best I can to answer questions as we go along. And once again, if anybody's out there want to come live, just live. What she spoke about, where are we at? What she spoke about, and how they're going to get rid of a lot of the government jobs and be able to have these people work the way they work. Don't work, uh, 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 don't have the experience to do those certain things. Now, let's see here. I have it. Okay, now I'm gonna pull up on this. I'm gonna pull it up for you so you can see it. Because this is okay. This is it right here. Let's see here. This is Schedule F. Now, mind you, this is out of their agenda. This is what they're going to use to find out who they can get to be the presidential puppet. I'm showing you these things to let you guys know that is real. This stuff is real, beloved. You see, this. Look at all these pages in this here. To read all of this is to make people think that, so like, well, I can't read all of that. And they know that. They know that people are not going to read all of that. So they're just going to do as they will. Do as they will. Now, let me see here. Need to get my notes up. Okay, now I want to show you guys something else. Something else that happened. I'm gonna show some proof that this agenda isn't just for the Republican Party. Now, later on, I'm going to show you guys the list of all the things that they're implementing. And with all the things not all of them, let me not say all, a lot of the things they're going to implement. And one of them is raise the retirement age. We're going to raise the retirement age, and I'm going to show you who first said it. Back in 1987, this person was a person that pretty much wrote the documents on raising the Social Security age from 65 to about 68 to 70 or 72. I'm going to show you who said that. Remember, this is 1987.
The Biden 2024 playbook appears to be railing against Republicans over entitlements.
Now I want to start there. I don't want this to jump too fast for you here, because I want you guys to see what's going on here. Check this out.
The Biden 2024 playbook appears to be railing against Republicans over entitlements.
Some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. But a lot of Republicans, their dream is to cut Social Security and Medicare. If that's the Republican dream, I'm their nightmare. I agree Republicans are going to threaten to gut and eliminate these programs.
But CNN's K-File team has discovered that the president once held the positions that he is now ridiculing, like raising the retirement age. Here is then Senator Biden in 1987.
The year 2010, we are going to change the retirement age for Social Security. You cannot retire at age 65. You have to be 65 years and 3 months old. In the year 2012, 65 years and 6 months. In the year, literally, raise incrementally the retirement age till you reach a retirement age between 68 and 70.
CNN's Andrew Kaczynski leads up the K-File unit, and he's joining us live. So, Andrew, that clip was from 1987, but you all were able to uncover many more examples of President Biden, then Senator Biden, proposing changes to entitlement.
There you have it. Oh, Biden wrote that bill to raise the retirement age. Now, There are a lot of other things. I don't want to bore you guys with all of this. But I just want you guys to know that these things is happening. And it can't be changed. Now, there's an Article 2 that's in the Constitution that says that the president will be able to have all power. So whichever president is in office, he'll be able to have all executive power. It says the executive power shall be vested in a president of the United States. He shall hold his office during the term of 4 years. So they're saying that he have all power for 4 years. That's how come when the World Trade buildings got hit, the government and the Congress and the people told Bush to go get him, because he changed it to whereas he can have all power. There's another article that talks about how they're going to be a revolution, Second American Revolution. Now I want you guys to just because now I want to show you these things, and when I show them to you, just know that when I go get my receipts, I'm using credible sources. Heritage Foundation, which are the same people that wrote the Project 2025. The head refers to a Second American Revolution. Now, I want you guys to pay close attention, because these things is going to happen. Don't be scared. Please just be prepared. Now, I want to show you a clip of what that guy said about the
process of the Second American Revolution,
about the Second American Revolution. This is real short, but this is the same guy that he's over the Heritage Foundation. So when he says this, he's saying this because of the fact that they're trying to do this. Let's see what he says. This is very short.
That we are in the process of the Second American Revolution, that we are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
You hear that? He said that it'd be a second revolution. It'll be bloodless if the left let it happen. So what he's saying is there's going to be a Second American Revolution. It can go smoothly, or it can become deadly. The decision will be up to the American people. Now, I'm going to skip ahead, because they're also trying to open up the concentration camps to house illegal immigrants, put them in concentration camps. Well, they already have concentration camps already built. So they're saying that they're going to put the illegal immigrants in the concentration camps under Project 2025. Now, if they're putting illegal immigrants in the concentration camp, who do you think is going to be next? If they give the president, if he's a Democrat or if he's Republican, if they give the president full control, total absolute power, and he just starting out with the illegal immigrants, who do you think is going to be next? That is what it's coming to. There's this thing called unitary executive theory. Now, I mentioned this last week. I'm not sure who I mentioned it to, but it's called unitary executive theory, whereas it is hard to for this is, and this is strictly for the American African people, civil rights. They are talking about taking away civil rights. Now, they understand that it's virtually impossible to prove discrimination. But what they did, there was this article that was Unitary Executive Theory that was written in the 1860 that could say, okay, we can't prove that that it was discrimination, but this theory, this Unitary Executive Theory, borderline said, okay, you have the right to sue on discrimination. This gives us the right to sue for discrimination. But because if they get rid of that, it will not be it will not be discrimination anymore. That'll be diaspora impact. That is what we use instead of trying to plead the case of discrimination. Diaspora impact. So if we go to court and we call discrimination and we can't prove it, so we can go see we have diaspora impact, which is the unitary executive theory, that whereas we could use that. Now, I know this sound like it's going over people's heads. I understand that, but just know this here: they're trying to take away the right to be able to say you were discriminated against. The courts can say, no, you were not discriminated against. So now when that go online, or if it goes online, they'll be able to say, do and act how they want to act with no repercussions. I have receipts, beloved. I have plenty of receipts. But I want you guys to understand that this here is not a joke. I have this here. I want to show you this here because I thought about going over all of this, but it's already close to an hour, and I don't want to. And I know people get bored real easy. I know people's attention span is really, really short. But I really want you guys to know what's going on here. I really, really do. Now, this is the memorandum. This is the memorandum right here. All 922 pages. Mandate for leadership. It's here. It's all here. So you do know that I have this. I'm not gonna go all down the list. I am not gonna read anything off of this, but rest assured that I did when some of these people were saying where to find some of this stuff at, and they have done good work to tell us where to find it at in the memorandum. They did great work. So some of them that said that this is where you can find it. Well, I went to the memorandum, which I'm showing you right now. I went to it, and when I went to it, I read where it said it at. I read where it said it at. So it was there. It is there. Now, let me see what I'm right now. I'm just skipping over things because I know that time is precious to you guys. But I want to do that. I want to show you before I go. I want to show you some of the things that they're trying to implement. I want to show you this, beloveds. I want to show you this. I want you to see this here. Don't know how well you can see this, but it says these are some of the policies that they're going to try to implement in this here. Eliminate Department of Education, use public funds to pay for private religious schools, encourage Christian indoctrination through public schools, dismantle civil rights, eliminate false divorce, total ban on abortion. They're planning on making abortion illegal again, making it to the point it's illegal across the country. They're talking about getting rid of contraceptives. They're talking about getting rid of birth control. They're talking about getting rid of anything that talks about the alternate lifestyle, LGBT, them. Now they're talking about making that illegal to be that. They're wanting to make it illegal to be that. Now, the question was asked earlier, why did the young lady make it sound like being a Christian was a bad thing? Well, what they're going to do, they're going to use under the umbrella of Christianity, they're going to be able to say outlaw homosexuality, lesbianism. They're going to say that no books can be sold, no books in the library can't be distributed, anything that deals with homosexuality, even pornography. They're trying to get rid of it all. Now, hear me when I say this. I don't agree with the lifestyle. I do not agree with the lifestyle. But I do not agree with forcing people to do something they don't want to do. Now, these people that believe that that's who they are, well, then that's between them and God, or them and their God. But I don't believe that the government should say it's illegal to be that way. So what's going to happen, beloved, is this here. They're going to tell the people that, hey, look, it is illegal to be that way. And do you think all these people that had the sex change operation is going to just go for that? All the people that said they were born this way going to stand for that? Well, then that's where the American Revolution comes into play. There will be bloodshed. And with that being the case of the American Revolution coming to play, didn't the Bible say you're going to be persecuted for my name's sake? Didn't the Bible say there'll be persecution of Christians? Because the evangelical Christians is going to put all these horrible things, the abortion, the homosexuality, the pedophilia, the pornography. They're going to try to bring the element of the American family back together. Well, I don't give too much pushback on what they want to do, but how they're doing it, I totally disagree with. They're using forceful tactics. They're using scare tactics, and they're going to try to use this and put it under the umbrella of Christianity. And Christianity across the globe is already taboo right now. There are a lot of people. I saw an article that said there are more people leaving the faith of Christianity as there ever been. They're leaving the faith of Christianity. And it's just growing more. Now, if they implement Project 2025, and I'm leaving this up here for the mere fact is because I want people to try to read this. Right. Let me see. What did the bottom part say? Pack the Supreme Court. Okay. Like I say, it says ban books and curriculum. They're going to ban. They're going to ban books about slavery. They're going to get rid of the school system, the Head Start. They're going to shut all of that down. Now, what I want to do is, I want to come back again. I want to come back again because I want to go ahead and shut this down. Because if anybody's still with me, come on, let me know that you're still out there. Give me a thumbs up or a like or something. Let me know that you're still out there. Let me know you're still with me. It's a shame that this is going on and this place is packed. I'll say, I can see that I'm here in this capacity. Let's try something different. Can I can I be heard? Yeah, I know it's buffering. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. But can you hear me? That's the thing. That's the thing. Can I be heard? Oh, you can hear me? Oh, good. 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 Because let's try this one again this time. Looks like I'm back for a little while. Don't know how long I'm going to be back. So what I'm going to do, as we know how this works, I'm going to allow this time to let you guys see this one more time before we get up out of here. I want you guys to see this here. I want to come back again and show you guys show you guys this here and talk about it even more. Talk about it even more. This agenda, their agenda. Right now, I can't really. I've taken up a lot of time already to dig deep in this, but I hope you guys welcome back. Thank you, those who hung around, those who stuck around. Appreciate you. I know people got frustrated and left. I understand, but this is what happens with technology and when you're being watched. When you're being watched in technology, I understand that fully, to the fullest, to the fullest. But here's the thing: um, that this is one of those taboo subjects, and I know that there's a lot to cover. I just want to introduce this to you. I don't I don't expect no one to out and study this stuff and become fluent in it. I just want you to be prepared, not be scared. Christ is coming. We're coming down to the end of the church age, not the end of the world, the end of the church age. It is ushering in the Antichrist. That's what 2020 Project 2025 is doing. It's ushering in the Antichrist. Now, some of you don't believe in the Bible. In the Bible, some believe that Christ has already come. Some believe that it's just metaphorically, but I believe in what it says verbatim. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I believe what it says verbatim. I believe that it's going to happen. So as I say to you, beloveds, before I sign off and shut all of this down, because they're trying to shut me down, don't be afraid. Don't be scared, but be prepared. It's going to happen. As long as you know what's going to happen, continuously pray. Now, some would say, go out and vote. Make sure you vote. Some would say, make sure you vote. I don't have nothing against that. But my thing of voting is when you say vote for the lesser of the two evils, if you say vote for the lesser of the two evils, you're still voting for evil. So if you're still voting for evil, are you really doing a service, doing God a service? The decision is yours. I'm not gonna tell nobody not to vote. I'm not gonna say that. Now, I do believe wholeheartedly in the local elections. Wholeheartedly, I do believe wholeheartedly in that. But it's just that presidential election that I have a problem with. Now, I will say go vote for the local election. I will say that. Make sure you know who you're voting for. I will say that. But when it comes to the presidential election, I have a problem with that. And that's just me. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to take my word. Please don't take my word for it. Do your own research. I've done mine. You got to do yours. Now, if you ask me my opinion, I can give you my opinion. And that's just my opinion. I would not ever tell anyone who to vote for. But I do want to say that can I be seen? Am I still out here? Because I don't see me on Facebook. Okay. Well, as long as I'm on YouTube, I'm good. I'm good. I'm quite sure I probably can't be on Facebook because Facebook is scrubbing. Facebook is scrubbing. But let me go look at YouTube because this is. How my phone want to tell me that I don't have internet connection on my phone? As I tap the reload on my phone, nothing happens. Nothing happens on my phone. Okay. Got Facebook? Okay. Looks like I'm back on Facebook. Okay. Got Facebook? Look, beloved. Thank you guys for for just sitting with me this little while. I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna try this again. And I'm gonna try it again just to see if they'll let me do it. It said that the devil don't want them to hear you out with his bald head self. Well, I'm glad you know that he's bald headed. I don't know. I ain't trying to find out if that joker's bald headed or not. But I do thank you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get off this thing because it's I have two computers, two monitors, and a cell phone. Two computers. Actually four monitors with the monitors on the computers. Two computers, four monitors, and a cell phone. Looks like it keeps freezing up on Facebook. So I don't know if he's bald headed either, Pastor. But I'm just saying his tactics are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But thank you guys once again. I keep thinking on camera. Thank you guys again for hanging out this little time with me. I'm going to try to figure out how I can do this without 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 um without all the interruptions. The next time I'll probably try to I would like to get some help because it's kind of hard to do this with by myself. So, but nevertheless, it's still good. Hey, look, guys, I gotta go. I was planning on doing this for at least a couple of hours or hour and a half, but apparently the devil don't want you to hear me. To hear me how. Try to hear me how. The devil don't want you to hear me. But that's the way it is when they know that they don't want something to go forward. You guys have a blessed evening. Blessed. I should play that. Now, due to the fact that this computer that I'm on, that you see me on, that's the computer that the speakers are messed up. Now the one with the speakers not messed up, the computer that I use on a regular basis, my ace computer in the whole, everything is freezing up over here on that one. Everything is freezing up on my main computer. Since I'm watching this was good. Me and Stephen watching. Stephen said, hey, Stephen. But if anybody have any questions about this, I'm going to allow the opportunity Tuesday to field a couple of questions just to see if anybody have any questions about this. There's a whole lot more. I mean, there's a whole lot more. And because I didn't get it all, it's kind of hard to get it all because it's so much. It'd take longer than an hour to longer than an hour, longer than 2 hours to even get all of this information out. But I want to do it, but I know how people live. I know how people live, and people just don't want to hear this type of stuff. People run, they hide, they stick their head in the sand. But I'm doing my job. My job is to blow the shofar. See now, see if I do this, Debo right here. He always come when I blow this thing. I did that for him. But let me get out of here, beloveds. You guys have a great evening. God bless you. God keeps my prayer. If anybody that knows my number, know me, if you want to call tonight and ask a question, that's fine. If not, you guys stay blessed. I love you. Nothing you can do about it. You guys sleep well. Okay, well, thank you for your Watchman of obligation to be obedient. Thank you very much. Bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. You guys have a good evening. God bless you. God keep you. Good night.
Thank you.